Hi, welcome to the live daily analysis for free in February, taking a look at the euro dollar and pound USD on the 22nd of February. First of all, though, please pause this video to read the entire disclaimer here, risk disclaimer. By continuing watching this video, you are aware of the risk involved when trading. Let's start with the pound USD 4-hour chart. I spoke about this triangle yesterday in depth. The blue line indicating the support of the triangle, the orange line indicating the resistance of the triangle, and price has broken above that resistance trend line with a candle that is considered a breakout candle because the candle close is near the high. Let's take a look. As you can see, very near the high, indicating that there is control of the bulls as price breaks through the resistance. The candle itself, however, is on the small side. We're talking about from high to low measured about a 38 pip candle. So if I remember correctly, I spoke about 40-50 pips being a medium-sized candle for a 4-hour chart and 70 or 80 pips as a larger candle. Anything below 40 is on the small side, and I would not consider a breakout. Now 38 is right on the edge. I still think that therefore it's okayish. Technically it is below 40, so from that point of view it's not a breakout candle, but I think it's so close to 40 that one can consider it. Also, if you consider the high, the close near the high, so that's fine. However, I did say because it's a medium-sized candle, I would go with a stop loss below the bottom, because in that case, a retracement is possible. So, from my point of view, as you can see, price is retracing right now. I think that a bouncing spot could be the trend line at 38.2 fib or the 50 fib, even any of these fibs, in fact. So I'll be keeping an eye on the hourly chart, and we'll keep an eye on any of these fibs here and look for bullish price action candlestick patterns for a bounce. I'm looking for some signal that price is indeed respecting those fibs. So I think there's a decent chance it could be one of the shallow fibs like 38 or 50, just because we're looking at multiple confluence at that zone, a moving average, a broken trend line, and some tops and bottoms as well. Now if you look at the Fibonacci sequence levels, this is 1, this is 0, this is 2. The biggest space is between 3 and 4 and 4 and 5, so it has to break a bit further above the 272 target before there's more momentum possible on this pound dollar. If you look at the moving averages, they are still quite flat and aligned on top of each other, which means range territory. So one thing that I want to be careful of is that basically price fails to escape this triangle, which is definitely possible. All right, that's why I was looking at a good breakout candle. So that is something that as it retraces, I want to be aware of. That's why I am interested in going long, but I'm not sure how far this retracement could go. It could really go pretty deep. It could go even back to the 78.6 fib. That's why I'm not using pending orders, but keeping an eye on candlestick patterns at these fibs to make the best entry possible on the upside. And regarding management, I am personally keeping an eye on the fact that 5 to 6 candles, 6 candles, I'll give it 6 candles the time to make a retracement and continue. If it takes longer than that, I will be moving the stop loss to the nearest low or even moving it to break even to reduce the risk, because in that case, there could be a failure if 5 to 6 candles move down and fail to break this top. That could be weakness, and there could be a bigger correction occurring on the pound. Now regarding basically the correction, if it stops at the 23.6 fib, I could, or somewhere like this, I could put a fib like this and look where the targets are as well, by the way. That will also give me some information about how far this correction could last. So that depends on how far this bearish retracement lasts, and then I can put a fib on that particular part as well to see where the targets are for the downside. Of course, if this bottom gets broken, then in that case, the upside potential is out of the window. That is the invalidation level from my perspective. And there could be, if there is a strong 4-hour candle, a breakout, a bearish breakout is still possible. I talked about it yesterday. That scenario is still on the table, in my opinion. In that case, if there's a strong bearish candle pushing through the blue line, once again, if it's a 70 to 80 pip candle, that could be enough for a breakout with a stop loss below the candle high. If it's a smaller candle, 40 to 50, I would probably wait for a retracement of that candle for follow through to what target? I am aiming for the 61.8 fib of this swing high, swing low at 122.50, 122.60. That would be the downside target for a bearish breakout. The upside target, the first target is 125.25. That's pretty close. But if it retraces, there's more space. The next targets are up at 126, in my opinion, 126.25, and then 127. All right, let's take a look at the euro-dollar daily chart. A very strong candle. This is information, the market signaling to us that it wants to continue lower. Look at this candle. It is a decent sized candle, 90 pips, but also for the euro-dollar, that's a decent size. But also don't forget that the close is very near the low. That means that the bears had control throughout yesterday, throughout the entire trading day, and kept it till the end. There was no exhaustion there. Bears were not exiting, and there is not a wick that signals that a bullish retracement or recovery is likely today. So as you can see, price did retrace a bit, almost hitting the 38.2 fib and now continuing lower. So from my perspective, it's probably going to be a breakout day for downside. It already broke below yesterday's low. I think the main target is around 104.75, and then perhaps even an extension down to 104.50, which is the fourth Fibonacci sequence level. This is the 0, 1, 2, 3. So it could be a move down to 4. And then perhaps down to 5. That depends on how price responds to 104.75 and 104.50, 60 area. That could still be a bouncing spot, and there could still be a retracement that I was expecting in this region like this. All right. Now, for the moment though, as you can see on the hourly chart, there is a break occurring right now of this small little correction. Talked about that yesterday too. If there's momentum and a bear flag, that could be a continuation lower. So price already broke and price has moved from that breakout area. What is remaining, I think, is to look for probably on the lower time frame, on an intraday time frame, to look for some bear flag, like a 50-minute chart, for instance, and look for a smaller pattern. This was already a bear flag that broke already, though. Probably even just it's a flag like this. Doesn't have to be that long. This flag itself was very long. It was about 16 hours. Doesn't have to be that long. It could be a couple of hours only, and then a break, and it could fall down to that 104.75. Now that's a small target, I know, but we're not yet in a very impulsive mode. The euro-dollar has gained some good momentum, but for it to really accelerate, it needs to break below 104.50, and then there's space down to 103.50, which is this bottom. Anything between 104.50 and 104.75 is still a potential bounce spot. So there is about 50-75 pips left, which is okay for a 50-minute chart. But I need to see some consolidation, small consolidation first, before I would think about it. If there's no bear flag, but a close in reverse like this, obviously in that case, the short environment is off the table for the moment. And I would reanalyze it. In that case, maybe something else is going on, and there could still be maybe a bigger ABC zigzag. So if there's a lot of momentum going to the upside and I see a bull flag like this, I would be interested in a continuation to the upside. For more live analysis, check out elitecurrency.com, trading systems, live daily analysis, or of course just sign up and you'll get free indicators and more information about free systems and free ebooks and etc. A lot of good information there. Wish you all great trading and talk to you soon. Cheers.